County council meetings certainly got heated at times, but exactly what happened to the county health director, Dr. Faisal Khan, during and after his testimony is now the subject of an investigation. Khan says he was physically and verbally assaulted, called horrible racial slurs. Well, tonight, News 4 has new surveillance video, though officials say it is only just a piece of the puzzle.
If you do not restore order, I will walk away.
After his remarks at a council meeting Tuesday, Health Director Dr. Faisal Khan admits he lost his composure. In this surveillance video just obtained by News 4, you can see him from behind lifting his arm and giving the middle finger.
Regrettably, I let my composure slip momentarily as somebody got in my face and yelled something unmentionable, and I flipped them the finger, so to speak.
News 4 spoke with Dr. Khan Thursday before this video was released.
So I was jostled, I was heckled, I was taunted, I had racist abuse directed at me, and I do not care to repeat those words.
I think he's lying, just by the way he said it, his body language. But then it clinched it for me when he said, I prefer not to repeat those words. Whoa, hold on, wait a second. You're not going to repeat what somebody, hold on. You're accusing somebody of saying something towards you that is like, could brand them, could ruin their lives if they're branded a racist, but you're not going to repeat it for it. So it's so bad that you can't repeat. What is so bad that you could say to somebody that they can't repeat it? That's making me think that nothing was said. It's an Indian guy. I don't know any slurs for Indian people. You know, I know a boo off The Simpsons, but did he call him that? Did he call him a red dot? I know that I know I've heard that, but I don't know any racial slurs for Indian people. I don't know any. But is there one out there that you can't repeat? Like, what did he call you? What did this person call you so bad that excuses what you did? Because basically what he's saying is he's being, excoriated for flipping the guy the bird. So he's saying, well, somebody said something racial to me, but I'm not going to repeat it. I call BS on this, man. I wonder what you guys think.
Or you can see him from behind lifting his arm and giving the middle finger.
Regrettably, I let my composure slip momentarily as somebody got in my face and yelled something unmentionable, and I flipped them the finger, so to speak.
News 4 spoke with Dr. Khan Thursday before this video was released.
So I was jostled, I was heckled, I was taunted, I had racist abuse directed at me, and I do not care to repeat those words.
A News 4 reporter on scene did hear insults like liar and snake, but while we do not have clear video of Dr. Khan leaving the chambers, during which he said he was shoulder bumped and pushed, this video from the lobby shows the moments afterwards. There is no audio. Khan claimed in this letter he was surrounded by an angry mob in close quarters and called explicit racial slurs.
And that's when, people started jeering and booing, and a few individuals leaned into me and menacingly whispered words that I would not care to repeat.
So he playing a race card, man. I just don't believe this. Somebody whispered it in his ear. So what that does is, by him saying somebody whispered in his ear, now that takes away him needing to have a witness. He don't need a witness. He don't need nobody to corroborate it. Because normally he would need some corroboration. Like, man, somebody yelled a racial slur at me. Everybody like, I didn't hear that. And if somebody heard it, they would definitely say something. The climate we're in, there's a liberal somewhere in this group that would have, even if a racial slur wasn't said, would have just said, you only said that because you're only mad at him because he's a person of color or something like that. So now he doesn't even have to prove that because the person whispered it in his ear. Slick dude here, man. This gonna be these. This is the America that we have now. Now, this woke mob, they're just getting more and more. They're taking more and more encroachments and steps. And before we know it, we won't recognize this place.
Khan claimed in this letter he was surrounded by an angry mob in close quarters and called explicit racial slurs.
And that's when, people started jeering and booing, and a few individuals leaned into me and menacingly whispered words that I would not care to repeat.
But critics claim the surveillance video contradicts Khan's account, saying most people were not even looking in his direction until he was almost out of view.
Oh my God. Most people weren't even looking in his direction. This identity politics, knowing that if the person is conservative or they're on the right, all you have to do is brand them a racist or insensitive or anti this or ist of that, and it'll stick regardless. They have no defense. These people who he's accusing of this are conservatives. He's a liberal. They don't like the policy he's trying to pass. Even though he's an elected official, and he achieved an elected official status. He was voted in this country. This country's still nakedly racist now, and people are whispering racial slurs in his ear. Come to find out, there's a camera, and not only did that not happen, but nobody even was looking at him. Wow.
That's when, people started jeering and booing, and a few individuals leaned into me and menacingly whispered words that I would not care to repeat.
But critics claim the surveillance video contradicts Khan's account, saying most people were not even looking in his direction until he was almost out of view. A source tells News 4 that the officer escorting Khan out is willing to testify he did not hear the racial slurs Khan had indicated were said. Still, Thursday, Khan said he was scared for his safety, and while he regretted giving the middle finger,
I will not apologize for a reflexive reaction to something that is vile beyond any reason.
The cop who says he didn't hear any racial slurs, he's going to be now branded a racist. And no apology from a liberal again. That's another thing we never see. Even Cuomo, 11 women coming out against him. And I believe those women too. Their accounts, I've read their accounts. They're not accusing him of starting the Chicago fire or masterminding, Pearl Harbor. They're just, what they're accusing him of is plausible. And it's a modus operandi on 11 accounts. He won't apologize and he won't step down. He apologizes if that little apology, he was trying to help one of the women. One of the women he apologized to because he was trying to help her. And he's upset that he's apologizing. But the other 10, he ain't apologizing. And this is the liberal. This is how liberals are. They demand perfection from everybody. Every police encounter has to go perfect. I mean, career criminal, suspect, high off of drugs, doesn't matter. The police encounter must go perfectly. The suspect fighting, got a weapon, it doesn't matter. It must be perfect. Everybody's behavior has to be perfect. Unconscious bias. You can't even not just offend people. The way you walked, the way you crossed your legs, the way you were sitting, your facial expression, a sigh. can all be unconscious bias or microaggression. They demand perfection from everyone else. However, when it comes to them, they almost never apologize. And they always cite that it was your fault. It's your fault. I don't have to apologize because of what you did. Yeah, I'm not. Going forward, I want you to notice this about liberals, Democrats, whatever you want to call them. They never apologize. Ever. Unless, like, their feet are to the fire. Unless it's down one group, they will apologize. LGBT community, they will apologize to them. Okay. Some people, they'll apologize to them. But if it comes down to somebody, a glacier glider, oh, you not getting no apology. You not getting no apology. And then, if you're conservative LGBT or conservative Sun person, you can cancel your apology too. But I always find it funny that they demand perfection from the world. Everything has to be perfect. Everyone else's behavior has to be perfect. Their tonality, their inflection in their voice, their motives. People, you can't be human. You can't have a bad day. You can't, make an observation and use data to make an informed decision. All of that is racist, unconscious, yada, yada, yada. But they're the most imperfect group of people out there.
Thursday, Khan said he was scared for his safety, and while he regretted giving the middle finger,
I will not apologize for a reflexive reaction to something that is vile beyond any reason.
And there is a meeting tomorrow for council members to discuss security and decorum at council meetings, but Khan has declined to testify at that meeting. A spokesperson for the county told me tonight that they believe Khan has told the truth about what happened to him, but they say they are doing an investigation to look at all evidence, and they are asking people who have their own video or accounts of what happened at the meeting to come forward. Otherwise, they said they would not comment on this new single piece of video.
Fallout continues over alleged slurs aimed at health chief, civil rights advocates, religious leaders, and others say they're outraged by St. Louis County Health Director Faisal Khan's claims that he was assaulted and bombarded with racial slurs after defending a new mask mandate. So those people don't want to wear masks. And he wants them to keep wearing masks. So, because they're upset about it, and he can't handle the blowback from them being upset about it, he's resorted to saying one of them, or leaned in and menacingly whispered a racial slur in his ear. Wow. This is what you get, man. This is America now, man. This is America now. Instead of standing up like, you guys might not like it, but this is the mandate and this is what it's going to be. You guys going to hate me for a little while, but you'll get over it. 2 days from now, something else happened and you guys will be, and the news will shift to that and nobody will be thinking about this anymore. Instant, he felt some heat. Somebody whispered something in my ear, and then it racist, and I got shoulder bumped. Civil rights activists, advocates, religious leaders, and others on Friday said they were outraged by St. Louis County Health Director Faisal Khan's claims that he was assaulted and bombarded with racial slurs after defending a new mask mandate. But a county councilman questioned whether Khan was telling the truth. Khan spoke at the St. Louis County Council meeting on Tuesday when the council voted 5-2 to end the mask mandate imposed by Democratic County Executive Sam Page. St. Louis City and County simultaneously began requiring masks last week to combat fast-spreading Delta variant of the COVID-19. The resurgent virus began its summer assault in under-vaccinated rural areas of Missouri, but has increasingly led to new cases and hospitalizations in St. Louis. The county meeting was long and boisterous, with several in the crowd opposing the mandate requiring masks in public indoor places. So, Khan, a citizen since 2013 and originally from Pakistan, wrote to a member of the city council Wednesday that he was surrounded by an angry mob as he left the meeting. He said he was shoulder bumped, threatening... Speaking to a news conference outside the St. Louis County Health Department, Carolyn Fan, president of the Missouri Asian American Youth Foundation, said the slurs aimed at Khan felt like being stabbed. I'm done. A woman who wasn't there and didn't have this said to her, who's hearing this from a guy who's obviously lying, the imaginary slurs feel like she's being stabbed. Wow. Get in the comment section, hit the like button. Peace. I'm out.